Hey folks, Ariel over here at Nyth. Just a real quick video today about my free game camera. If you guys have followed my videos for any length of time or seen my recent one about safety and security considerations, living off-grid here with lots of big wildlife, you might be one of the people that suggested I get a game camera so I can see what comes by. That is something I've thought about, but there's also that trade-off of when you choose to live a somewhat minimal life and not work a lot of hours for money, you can't just buy everything you might dream of wanting. Now there's lots of pluses, I love my lifestyle, but it does mean I can't just go out and buy things at the drop of a hat without having to think about it, plan for them, save for them, and so on. So that's why I don't have a game camera. I do have several nice cameras because wildlife photography is a hobby of mine and a game camera would be cool, but I don't actually have one. However, I'm lucky enough to live in a place where there is snow for about 8 months out of the year, sometimes in the middle of summer. And so that works like an awesome free game camera because I can go outside my door, wake up in the morning, look around and say, oh, there went a squirrel, there went another squirrel, there went a pine marten, I can see a bird touched down and took off. Oh look, a pack of coyotes came through, a fox walked past here, must have been some elk that walked by. And really a lot of those animals I don't see. I mean, I see more than a lot of you guys probably if you have seen some of my photos, but a lot of those photos are actually while driving, you know, around the property where I live or on the road just, you know, very nearby here because my van works a little bit like a blind. A lot of wildlife has gotten really used to vehicles being something that just go by and that's just part of daily life for them now. So they don't really pay a whole lot of attention to them like they do to a human being that's out walking around. So that's one of the easiest ways to get a lot of wildlife photos is just be sitting quietly inside your vehicle. It does work kind of like a blind. But when I'm out actually doing things, it's really rare that I run into critters. Now, squirrels, yeah, I've got some that are a little bit tame. They've gotten pretty used to me, and some of the little songbirds and stuff like that. But as far as the big ones, the ones I actually see up close most frequently are probably moose in the winter. But a lot of the other things, like if you see this picture of a coyote the other morning that I took while I was still in bed, before I even got out of bed, through my bedroom window, you know, that is the first time I have seen a coyote while I was in my house in 3 years of living here. I've seen a fox from my house twice. Now, if I know how many times I've seen tracks from foxes and tracks from coyotes, I must see one out of about every 600 or 700 at least that come through here. So a lot of the wildlife is wild and it just goes on its way and does its thing. It doesn't really want it to interact with humans. They like to be private. They can hear and see and smell better than us, so they probably are going to know that I'm around long before I'm aware of them, and they just go on their way and do their thing. So most of the time I don't see them. But when there's snow on the ground, it's really cool because I can see what came by while I was sleeping or while I wasn't looking or when it was dark or any of those things, and that's just, it's kind of exciting. Like this video. This is from 2 days ago when I went out walking through the woods. This isn't right beside my house. It's in the wood edge, just over that way a little bit. And this is what I found. I had a wolf come by the other day. These tracks are a little melted in. It's kind of overcast. I don't know if I'll pick him up for a while, but his stride is about the same as mine. This isn't right beside my house. It's in the woods edge, a little ways away. But there's some coyote tracks across it and go that way. But the wolf keeps going this way. Check out the size of that track. It's almost as big as my whole hand. I only see one set, so I guess it was a single wolf. So there you go, guys. If you don't have the money for a game camera, just move to an area where it snows all the time, and then you can see what comes by your house too. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, folks. If you're interested in more info on my off-grid tiny house life, check out some of my other videos here. And if you like what you're seeing, click the little picture of my house to subscribe and then hit the little bell so YouTube actually notifies you every time there's a new video available. See y'all next time.